Hey, this is Eric with Black Swan Odysseys and welcome back to the channel. Today's video is a product review, a portable battery operated tire pump. Stick around, I think you'll find this to be a good one. Okay, here's the device. This is called the Fanttik S100 APEX air inflator. Purchased it at Costco for $39.99 plus tax. And I'm gonna save you the torturous unboxing and we'll talk about it after I get it open. Out of the box, this is what we got. Here's your unit, your inflator hose. You get a needle for filling up balls, USB-C, which I like for charging, and it comes with a case, and of course there's instructions for it in the box too. You probably don't really need to see those. Oh, also, if I didn't show that to you, this is a Presta Schrader adapter. So it's 8 inches in height, and it's square, 2.5 inches square all the way around. So, you know, it's pretty good size. I guess the advantages of that is it's probably got a bigger battery in it, so maybe it would last longer on a charge. I'm not sure. And on the power on, I just pulled this out of the box, so I don't even know. Oh, yep, it does. It's got a full charge in there. Wow. Here's the flashlight. If it turns on, and you can get it to flash at you too, so you can sit there and you can probably turn it off. So that's what it is. You can set a preset of PSI for whatever you need on your bike. So I'll go, that would be 36 for my front tire on my bike. Go up to 42 for my rear, and there you have it. And I assume it's going to be a matter of, excuse me, my filler hose. It's on the tight, and we'll plug it into my bike and see what happens. So going through the instruction manual, a couple of things I noticed right off the bat. One is you can't use the inflator while it's being charged, so it has to have a full charge to begin with, or a partial charge anyway. But if it starts to go flat and you need to plug it into a USB source for charging, it won't operate at the same time. Another thing, it doesn't come with its own charging block, so you'd have to get your some type of a charging block for 110. So looking at the base, you can see that you have a USB-C and a USB-A output for USB-A, so you can use this for a charging block, and the USB-C is for charging the device itself. So one thing I noticed right off the bat, the inflator module, hook it to your tire stem. This is metal. A lot of these come in plastic, so I really like this. This is an aluminum threaded piece on both ends. The tube is a little short, but I guess you don't really need a long tube. You're going to just set this down next to your bike. So this is 18 inches long. Okay, I've let all my air out of my tire, kind of simulating that you had a puncture and had to do a tire repair. There's nothing in there, zero. So we'll go ahead and hook our tire pump on. Now this is fully charged, 4 bars on the pump itself. It's aluminum threads, so you got to be kind of careful that you don't cross thread it. Pros and cons it'd be kind of nice, I suppose, for quicker if you had a bayonet mount, but those tend to wear out quickly, so I do like the fact that it threads on. Power this on, and I've got it preset for 42 PSI, which is my tire pressure on my bike. And for reference, my rear tire is a 170/60/17 tire. Set that up. Here is my timer, and we'll begin. And it vibrates like crazy, so it doesn't want to stay in one spot. 41. 4 minutes and 20 seconds to get my tire pressure, working tire pressure of 42 PSI. So the box itself, it's slightly warm, not much. You can see there's a vent here, and there's probably a fan that's keeping it pretty cool. The hose is warm, but it's not unbearable. It's not going to burn me or anything like that. All right, let's see what we get here. Well, this is 44 psi, so it's a little bit off. I'm going to take another reading to see if maybe, I'm sure it is going to be off by 2 pounds. I do like this connector here. It's a screw-on type, but the way it's designed and worked, you're not losing the air pressure where it kind of hisses out as you're trying to tighten up the valve on the Schrader valve. It seems to have a marking point, and then it just quickly releases the pressure out of the hose while maintaining the pressure. It only used 1 bar out of 4, so I still got 3/4 left of a battery, so I conceivably could do another tire right off the bat easily. I can do 4 tires if this kind of goes on the same ratio, because it only used 1 bar to fill up my tire. Flashlight, it's not really what I call a pro or a con. I mean, I suppose they put flashlights on everything nowadays, don't they? Even your wristwatch. So it's there. I suppose, you can use it as a beacon if it's something that if you really need it, but I suppose it would be handy in the dark if you had nothing else. So if you're working in the dark, to hook this up and connect all the pieces, it would be kind of nice to have that light on there. The other thing on the back is you've got, like I said, something else they're throwing on anything with a battery brick nowadays is they give you a USB charging point, and then of course the USB-C is to charge up the device itself. You can't operate it while charging at the same time, so if you actually get this down below the level, you've got to charge this device up before you can use it. Compared to, as you saw on my other video where I made a tire pump and kind of Frankensteined it, made it a very compact pump, that just simply is a 12-volt pump that hooks right to your battery on your bike, and you've got as much as you do have in your battery to pump up tires. But like I said, you can pick this up at Costco for $39.99 plus tax. It seems to work well. It's not seeming to overheat, so that's a really good thing. And it comes with its bag and a few other implements. Only thing it doesn't have a charging block. But then if you're like me, you can put this and plug this into your bike. I've got a USB port on my bike in my chest, my back compartment. So I could plug this in literally and just let it charge up while I'm going down the road after I've used it. So let's talk about what I liked and what I didn't like about the tire pump. Well, I'm not a big fan of battery operated equipment because I've got a 12-volt power supply on my bike, so why have that extra weight of that battery? Sure, you can use this as a brick and you can charge up other devices with it. But the problem I have, that's mostly with these battery operated pumps, is you have to be always cognizant if it's got a full charge. I got a full inflation from flat all the way to 42 psi on my tire with only 1 bar less. So out of 4 bars, I only use 1 bar to fill that up. So that's not that bad. I suppose I've got 4 fills theoretically if each one goes according to those 4 bars on the battery monitor. Something I did like about I like that the nozzle was all metal. It's aluminum, but it's a screw-on type and it's well made so that when you're unscrewing it, you're not getting a hiss, losing a bunch of air. It just gets to a certain point and then closes off. So that's a nice feature. They did a good design, good engineering design on the filler cap nozzle. Speaking of the nozzle, it's a little short. It's, like I said, it's about 16, 18 inches long. I measured it earlier. We'll see, I'll put it up here in the comment section what it is. But it could be a little bit longer just to make it an ease of hooking up to your tire and setting up the tire pump. It didn't create a lot of heat on the pump. Obviously there was a cooling fan in there pulling air through, so it kept the pump pretty cold. The tire nozzle itself never got warm, much warmer than maybe 98 degrees in your skin temperature. So that's good. So the other thing that's probably a con with this is the weight. So and I'll put that up in the section too, but you've got that added weight of the battery. And if you just have a standard 12-volt pump, like the other one that I have, the other video I made, you wouldn't have to have that extra weight of that battery. The pressure gauge on the internal mechanism itself, it seems to be fairly accurate. I gauged it to my Topic tire pressure gauge, which I know is very accurate, and it was right within a pound to half a pound. So that's good. You can fill it up. The automatic filler thing, you can just dial into what air pressure you want. It'll shut off when it gets to that point. Time to fill up a tire. Well, as you saw my bike, that was a 170/17 tire. It took roughly 4.5 minutes to fill up, which is not bad for a small compact compressor. Ease of use, easy to mount, put together, and fill your tire. Surprisingly, the air pump came with a full charge on the battery. So would I use this on a regular basis? I'm pretty stuck with my current pump that I have. I like it because it's compact and lightweight. I don't have a battery with it. I just plug it into the battery on my bike. Could my bike battery be dead? Sure, it could. But then I've got bigger problems than just a flat tire if that's the case. I did feel that this is a larger battery than on some of the other ones you'll find that are on the market. And that might be why I get those extra inflations. The one thing it didn't come with a charging block to plug into a 110 outlet. It did come with a USB-C to USB-A cord. That was like about 6 inches. That could be longer also, but anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. And while you're at it, hit that subscribe button. And we'll see you on the next ride.